We've got a bit of a sprint finish coming in. 2 men in red tops. Look at this man go. This might be the fastest finish we've seen all day. Headband on. Only taking a couple of positions while he's at it. The arms are driving. It's like something out of the Terminator. This is amazing.
Oh god, it's early. Just coming up to 7:20 AM on the south of England. Last year I got invited to announce on the microphone
Here we go.
at a 10k trail race known as the Woodland Woggle. For some reason, they've invited me back. I'm actually really looking forward to being back on the microphone and sending off waves of 10 runners every 3 minutes. Let's go. One of the more memorable factors from last year was that it was absolutely freezing. I'm just thinking my hand's going to get frozen to the microphones. I haven't got a glove. Fortunately today, not quite as cold. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get there, get on the microphone, set some runners off. It's the Woodland Woggle. But a big difference this time was that I queried whether 2 of the Jog On audience would be willing to also film their experience of the 10k race.
Morning, Jog On.
The first, Matt Lee, who would be marshalling.
Matt here from Blackwater Valley Runners. You join me from kilometre 3 and a bit. As you can see, spectacular views behind me. Look forward to supporting and ushering you all through.
And then I also handed a camera to a man running the course itself.
Somewhere out there right now is Max.
Thanks for coming out here, guys, and supporting me.
More from them in a moment.
Try and make it up this grassy slope now. Oh, we're going down this way.
The very first wave were all present and ready to go, including Jog On crew member Graham.
So this is good. This is positive.
I had a quick chat with some of the volunteers and sent the first wave off, who were then nearly run over by a tractor.
Decimated by that tractor. Next wave will be the...
And this pattern of setting off waves of runners continued.
And 806 are away. That's the third wave of the day, tearing down the hill towards the road. It's a left. 20 seconds.
One man really got into stretching.
And they're off. Representation from walking in Mole Valley. On the only downhill of the course, apparently, down towards the gate, the left, and then back up left again.
And then Max arrived, brandishing his Jog On camera. He turned it on.
10:21, ready to go from 10 to 4, Alexander, Patricia, Max himself, Ian, and Tyler. You guys can film yourself.
Nice day for it, eh? You need another coat.
With Max in position, it was time for his wave to leave.
Well done, guys. Have a great run. Have a good 10k. And Max, see you very soon.
Cheers, guys.
And with that, Max tore away down the slope and joined the lane, before making a left up the hill as the terrain turned to a muddy trail. As he wished us farewell,
See you later.
First Wave's Graham returned at a blistering pace.
Great running, Graham. Very well done. Very roughly around the 40-41 minute mark there for Graham. We knew he'd be quick, but not that quick.
Max was breathing heavily on the Woggle Hills, but remaining polite as he began to already pass other runners.
Well done.
With 1 kilometre done, I had perhaps the most to-the-point interview of all time with finisher Graham.
Graham, how hilly was that course?
Pleasantly flat in the wrong direction.
And are you happy with your time?
Yes, very.
We're wearing the same buff, that's a good sign. Any tips for anyone who's about to run the course?
Don't start out too fast.
There you go, you heard it from Graham. Don't start out too fast, he's quite happy with his time, it's pretty hilly. Thank you, Graham, very well done.
Shoelace emergency.
But Max didn't let his loose shoelace stop him from passing more participants.
Almost 2k in, just bombing the downhill.
A kilometre away from Max, Marshal Matt was directing out-of-breath runners across the glorious landscape.
Hiya! A nice view and a nice downhill for you, down to the Bluebell Woods. It's very pretty.
Thank you.
It smells lovely down there.
Thank you.
Another wave to begin, this one featuring a family known as Team Jones. One woman danced, and they were away. Farnham runner Shirley led the next wave before I was spotted by a Jog On viewer, Jane, who then recognised Louise behind the camera.
Have a good one, bye.
There's a long uphill coming up. I remember it from last year. Oh yeah? I thought it was one of those. Right, well done. Cheers, mate. Thanks, guys.
The next wave would feature
the infamous David Stagg. If you ever got a chance to see the Woodland Woggle video from last year, you can find it on the YouTube channel, Jog On Running. Dave made an appearance, Dave Stagg. He had his own photographer, it was incredible, but unfortunately he doesn't appear to have shown up today. The Stag has been released. We're off. Unfortunately missing the infamous Dave Stagg of last year. Have a great run, guys. Do it for Dave. Do it for the Stag.
She didn't think it was the same day.
No, Louise! I don't even get it!
Max was making good progress.
3 kilometres in, doing well. A lovely quiet forest, apart from my breathing.
The next wave would probably win the award for craziest leggings and energy. Particularly one woman who was keen to not see her friends miss the start time. The friends were not in a rush. He dropped his buff, but they made it. Needless to say, they were keen. Amazingly, the no-rush friend was still texting.
Cheering and screaming, we don't know how long that will carry on for when they hit that first hill.
Amazing running and out into this view.
Max met Matt.
Thanks, Marshall. Well done. Morning. A big part of trail running is getting these gates right. Oh, wow.
Max then came across the Bluebell Woods.
Oh, just beautiful.
We then saw quite the tattoo.
Wow, you actually have the Duracell bunny tattooed on your leg. That's amazing.
Hiya.
Meanwhile, Max continued to power along the trail.
Thanks, Marshall. Thank you. Oh, another big hill coming up. Thanks, Marshall. Thank you. More hills.
Jog On podcast guest Chris Finnell had made an appearance at the race, and so I shared a story about the reason that he was there.
So an interesting anecdote. Chris Finnell, who's here today, London Marathon ever present, meaning he's done every single London Marathon. His wife Julia is running today. She's presented many of his London Marathon medals to him over the years. And today, they've reversed roles. Chris Finnell presenting Julia Finnell with her medal. There you go. Very well done, Julia. Fantastic.
Nice work.
Arguably the steepest point of the Woggle is this monster.
With his calves burning, Max made it, drank and pushed on.
Thanks, Marshall. Appreciate you being out here. Thanks, guys. 5k in.
Max went through the halfway point, past some ladies and was met with a family band.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support.
Well done to that man finishing right now. Relaxed Alison from last year.
Alison, we have seconds to go and you're still walking.
Alison was not bothered in the slightest.
Just arrived at the finish line, still looking very leisurely.
Thank you, Marshall. Mostly downhill, is it? I believe you. So far, so good. Loving it. Trail running's the best. Thanks, Marshall. 6k. Ticking them off. I got flat coke in here.
An interesting choice.
There goes the runners up the side of the hill there. Another steep one that I forgot about. Thanks, guys.
10:06 about to begin. Here we go. Enjoy your Woodland Woggle 2021, guys. Take a left. Don't turn right, otherwise you'll get the record.
Organiser Dave Porter was being tactical with his food choices.
If anything goes drastically wrong, I'm going to get my bacon sandwich now.
7k. A great photo spot. Thank you, guys. I remember this view. Almost home. Cheers. This is the woodland part of the Woodland Woggle.
Max, of course, would descend this track carefully.
No reason to slow down.
What? Max passed 8k as Matt supported more runners.
Lovely views and a nice downhill for you.
Where am I heading that way?
Yes, follow the path down there.
Back to the race.
3 hours after the first wave was set off, it was time for the final wave of the day to leave.
The final official wave of the day. Setting off. Very well done, guys. Windle Valley runners there heading off. We got the last runner, Marshall, following them up behind, scooping them up.
We should be there to scoop me up.
Cheers for being out here. Morning.
Morning.
Thank you.
You look like you're having fun.
I am having fun. Oh yeah, almost there. Thanks for coming out here, guys, and supporting me, and to my brother abroad who's also watching. Here's my support crew now. Hey guys, it's going really well. Thanks for being out here. Thanks, guys. Oh, Rickety Old Bridge, 9k, almost home.
Then, the fastest Woggle finisher, and I'm honoured to say a viewer of Jog On, Steve Rule, came into the finish line in his bright pink calf sleeves. We had a brief catch-up, and then a man did this.
He's taking on the line. I can see it in his eyes.
Starting to tire a bit. Cheers. Oh, lovely. Beware of roots. Thank you.
Going well, looking good.
Max ran into a tree branch and found himself in a slight jam.
Thank you, yeah. Thanks, guys. On your right. Thank you.
A fantastic run there from Andre, looking very strong and fresh.
Organiser Dave Porter had finally lost it. The crazy legging crew returned.
They're cheering, they're dancing, the wristbands are on. They're home, they're still running. The Woodland Woggle is complete for them. Very well done, guys. 10k completed. Somewhere out there right now is Max.
I can see the finish now.
Wow, we've got a bit of a sprint finish coming in. 2 men in red tops. Look at this man go. This might be the fastest finish we've seen all day. Headband on. Can he take a couple of positions while he's at it? The arms are driving. It's like something out of the Terminator. This is amazing. He's coming in. He's heading to the finish for the oh. Very well done, sir. An excellent run. 50 parkruns complete and 1 sprint finish. Does a pose at the end. Flexes. Well, The wind and the rain is spitting
A
down,
little bit of rain starting to come down.
and we await the return of cameraman Max.
The end is in sight.
Max was now close enough to hear my voice on the loudspeaker.
Thank you. There's the finish. Well done, guys. Cheers.
We could see each other.
Cameraman Max coming in.
Thank you.
For Jog On, the YouTube channel. He's coming in down the fence line.
I can hear Harry now. Thanks, Harry. I appreciate it, mate. Appreciate the opportunity. And what a great run.
Pushing together across the finish line, showing the risk.
Just one final bend for Max.
The legend brings Max.
Thanks, guys.
Going to Jog On. Hello Max, welcome back. Well done on completing the 10K.
He was home.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. You enjoy?
Really enjoyed, yeah. 478.
I went to speak with him.
Well done, my lovely.
Thank you very much.
Did you enjoy your
Oh, it was fantastic. Amazing, thanks, Harry.
I
Yeah.
was thinking, oh god, he's going to be thinking about the filming. He's going to enjoy his run.
A little bit of both, but really enjoyed it.
You look nice and smooth. Was it similar to October last one?
Yeah, a little bit more windy, a bit more rain, I think, but
Brilliant.
really good. Beautiful route and bluebells everywhere. And
Yeah.
fantastic run.
We were keeping an eye out for you and we were trying to remember what top you were wearing. I was like, what kind of top was he in? And
Almost
then we were
Jog On.
thinking it was yellow, and it was like, no, it was orange and white.
Not quite as bright, but
Yeah.
just grab one of these, yeah?
Yeah, one of those and a buff if you want one.
Lovely stuff.
500k.
It was a lot.
I think
Well done guys, coming in,
Thank you.
fantastic running through the finish line. You completed the Woodland Woggle 2021.
After 4 hours on the microphone, hundreds of runners, no stag, and some winning pink calf sleeves, the Woodland Woggle was complete. Whilst racing in the UK and around the world has been heavily impacted in recent times, it is people like Dave Porter, his team of volunteers and marshals who dedicate their time to putting these events on that mean, no matter what happens, the spirit of the runner and the healthy competition of racing on 2 feet will prevail time and time again. I'm Harry Morgan. Share this video with your own running community, and this is Jog On. The Woodland Woggle is a 10k trail race.
Oh, it's like a runner.